Throughout the video, I'm going to be dropping random codes like this. These are refrag codes which I'm pretty sure you know about, but they offer a lot of cool features on their servers like restrat, nadir, etc. If you want to try out refrag free for a week, spot the codes in my video and you will gain competitive tier access. Nafany is the in-game leader for Cloud9, but for CTs facing him on Mid Mirage, he's a menace.
A vigilante, a public menace.
He currently has the highest entry attempts, and his playstyle when defaulting T-side Mirage is heavily focused on creating pressure, finding gaps, and opening up the map. But how does he do it? Hey, I'm Smirky, and today I want to look at Nafany and investigate the different ways he can be a menace on the T-side Mirage, so let's begin. But want to get individual training and CS classes for 30 days for 50 cents on your first month?
Affirmative.
Well, thanks to today's sponsor, Gosu Academy, you can.
Yes, my friends, yes!
Gosu Academy is the CS school where you can join frequent classes hosted by various pro players and coaches. In these classes, you can submit demos in the Discord to be reviewed and critiqued by the coaches, or join them in theory sessions on a map. And I will also be hosting some of these sessions myself. On top of this, they host weekly scrims where you can jump into a 5v5 with coaches on both teams, helping you during and after the game.
Our enemies tremble.
This entire course is $29 per month, but again, you can try the course for pretty much free for 30 days by using code SMIRKY at checkout, which equates to 12 classes. Now go on and rank up. Nafany, roughly 30% of the rounds where Cloud9 has a rifle by and is doing a normal default, may do something fast. Typically gaining short or sometimes con control early. For the fast short takes, C9 will do an instant window smoke for mid, and Buster, the A player, will smoke cat, denying info from connector. Meanwhile, Hobbit, who is also mid, will do these supportive flashbangs, ensuring players in connector or short will find it difficult to stop Nafany, who is just going to send it out through top mid, into cat, and will place himself into ladder. Typically Nafany will do this once or twice a game, to either assert dominance against rifles or pistols, or turn up the pace where the CT side may not expect it. Once Nafany has short control, he will always sit inside of ladder, getting ready to punish CTs wanting to investigate short. From the games that I watched, pro teams are not clumsily peeking out short shortly after the util. And I'm guessing it's because they understand this is a common trick from Nafany, and this was also a really common set play from Yakindar. However, in the lower levels of competition, you might be able to catch that short player. If not, it's fine, as you gain a huge piece of mid so early into the round, denying a lot of CT information. When Nafany is inside of ladder, it's up to him and his calls for what he wants to do. Typically with him in this space, he will try to do something around it. So, he will either peek into short when the rest of his team starts to execute B through apps, or he could try something in window. For short peeks, his team and apps will generally try to create large presence like an execute to get the CT's attention on apps, while he creeps out short, allowing that possibility to catch CTs in positions where they're ready for apps and not short.
He definitely thinks he's a lot better than what he actually is.
Alternatively, he may use it to sneak into window. The angle that Nafany's taking right now is supposed to be a bit of a weird angle and less predictable compared to just peeking through the hole. In this round, he does hold it for a very long time, hoping to catch a CT hungry for information, but nothing presents itself. Later in the round, he tries to fall off by smoking window and creeping back through the hole, but well.
He's bloody missed it! What a prat! What a prat!
Probably should have used the silent jump from that.
Here is a consistent way to drop from ladder to window without making any noise. Just jump forward while shifting, then holding D, and you get stuck on a small pixel surf. Your crosshair doesn't have to be exactly on that wood thing to work, but it makes it easier.
However, I do have a few problems with these players. Wanna know why?
No, but thank you for asking.
Against the best teams in the world, who you are versing quite frequently, and you're constantly running this play every game, I feel like it's got to the point where it's predictable and readable.
What?
So, if the teams see this smoke, there's a chance Nafany will be in ladder, sitting for a long time, and later he will probably peek out into short during an execute. The ladder to window play was a slight variation, but he only did that once in 4 different games. For teams not fighting at top ranks, I think this short aggression is okay. But personally, I would like to see more variation of how he uses these smokes. Maybe one round he does the util, sneaks into window through ladder, calls Cloud9 to do something mid to bait the window player into peeking. Or maybe instead of going solo, he could grab Axile, who is the under player, to join him contacting fast up short, to hunt for a kill super early into the round. Just a few ideas. Alternatively, Nafany might do something fast for Con, but this may be done once every 2 games. In round 9, Nafany will bounce a flash, getting Con plays off the angle early. Meanwhile, Hobbit will molly the mid peak, denying CTs from sitting there, whilst also making it seem like a normal default. With this, Nafany is able to get onto the angle and catches Exertion, who challenged for the duel. He did something similar against OG, where they're actually going to use the short smoke for something other than ladder. And Hobbit will flash Nafany in for the peak. For Flames, he was playing outside Con, but will later keep hold of it using a smoke. But I do feel like if Shiro smoked top Con at the start of the round, combining that with a molly and flash, OG would have lost Con control very early in the round, but does also reduce the chances of you getting the opening. Afterwards, Nafany is going to look past his cat smoke, where he catches Dexter on the fade. Now, whenever Nafany is doing his normal default and hasn't gone fast towards short or made a call based on play numbers, more about that in this video, typically they will smoke top Con, forcing plays to fall off and denying info. Then it will usually be on Nafany to create space, find gaps and openings for the team. After these aggressive plays, he can make a call for C9 to act on. Starting with short, Nafany will tend to go up cat with a teammate during the mid round. In the mid round, Con will always be smoked off, so he will be safe from the back, but he should have a teammate holding it just in case. And that extra player will be close by, ready to swing short for a trade. With this, Nafany will move up, clearing his angles, and will do something similar to the fast short takes, where C9 will execute out apps and they will come short late. And as I mentioned at the start, these B splits can make it difficult for the CTs to position, as they need to worry about apps and suddenly they just get attacked from short. But I have a few issues with the mid round short aggression.
You're joking. Not joking. He's joking, right?
Against Mouse, for some reason, they just couldn't seem to peek short correctly. In round 7, Nafany is going to walk into cat solo and get picked off from Torzi. Either I would have liked to see Shiro with him or throwing a supportive flash, or have Hobbit peek short using bench, just so they can fight together. And in round 11, Nafany goes to molly Con, but there's a gap for Torzi to work with. With this molly, he's going to walk up short with Buster on a pop flash from Shiro, but for some reason, Nafany peeks out before the flash while fighting Con, leading to his death. Putting Buster in a very awkward place where he wants to trade Nafany but needs to kill Torzi. Either I think Nafany should have peeked short after the flashbang and trust Buster to trade Con, or don't peek short before you deal with Con. Now let's take a look at Con. Nafany will generally have 2 ways of exploiting Con. He will either use util to clear Con and sneak in, or glaive the Con smoke. Against FaZe, Nafany will smoke off top con from top mid, making it uncomfortable to play in. With this, he will molly and flash con, forcing CTs away. Afterwards, thinking if anyone was in there, they would have fallen off, he walks through con, taking control before his top con smoke fades. Now that he's taken control, he decides to sit inside of con, waiting for Shiro to come over and flash him out for a peek. This does a pretty good job in getting the CTs off the angle. And now Nafany has a lot of options he can use to pressure along with his teammate in Exile. However, his team does get picked off one by one with so few seconds left on the clock, but I feel like if he had more time and did it earlier, he could have played around a lot more with this control. In round 5 against Miles, we could see something similar where he will smoke top con to self-flash himself in as his teammates group up on A, getting ready for an A split. At this point, Nafany will watch the smoke fade, intending for his team not to smoke anything, so they can take the rifle duels against the pistols. Against a rifle buy, you could do the same or perhaps watch stairs once the smoke starts to fade. Now it's pretty common for Nafany to glaive a smoke. The point of this is to fight a CTs behind the smoke, using the advantages of sitting inside of one. There are some scenarios where it doesn't work,
Oh boy, jeez!
but in some scenarios it does. Winning the fight or not being contested allows Cloud9 to fly past the CT's defense, getting into deep positions, making it hard to control the map. Against Miles, we can see the power this has. In this round, the Axel and Nafany duo doesn't get into any fights, allowing Axel, who barely missed exertion but does later get him, to have access to window. And Nafany challenges the site from stairs while his team comes out of palace. Window can be a high risk, high reward area to attempt, as if you have access to murder hole or jungle, you have infinite possibilities you can use to make trouble on that T side. To ensure Nafany doesn't get killed instantly, Cloud9 will tend to boost him up to avoid any sound cues. In this round, we can see he's going to get boosted up and sit on this ledge, watching short and waiting for the smoke to fade. When it does fade, Hobbit will get the kill onto Rops, who was peeking mid. With this gap created, Nafany will move in to punch the gap created from Rops, and well, it catches Karrigan trying to fill the defense. Against OG, we can see something similar where Nafany will again get boosted onto ledge, then will ask his team to throw util for a comp pop to hopefully get Nico to turn away, allowing Nafany to creep through. And this does work for a second, but Nico catches him. I do feel like if Nafany waited till his squad got contact, it would have worked, but oh well. Nafany is the most aggressive Mirage T player as of recent, trying to be a menace with his thirst to take map control during the early or mid round. But personally, I would like to see either a few more ideas with what you can do at the start of the round with the cat smokes, or a bit more structure to the mid round aggression, so like set flashes or timings when to push. You need a way to punish CT vertigo teams for using yellow smokes on ramp. Check out this video I did where I broke down NIP's aggressive counter on their T side. That can be found in the description. Apart from that, thanks for watching, cheers goes to Academy for the sponsor, see ya in a bit.